Hi everyone and welcome to this video where I will be showing you how to use the Google Collaboratory product. And what this product allows you to do for free is to work with programming languages in a notebook format so that you can do lots of data manipulation things. So it's a lot easier than you think. This stuff is, you'll have no problem with it, I guarantee it. So what we're going to do in this lab is we're going to apply this technology or this tool that we have from Google to analyze sales data, since we're talking about the sales process in this module. So let's hop over to the computer, let's tackle this, and let's have some fun. All right, so the first thing we want to do here is we want to open up Google Collaboratory. All right, so it's Collaboratory stands for it's a merging of two words, collaboration and laboratory. So it's meant to be a coding language or a tool to code where more than one person can collaborate together. So all I did was I Googled Google Collaboratory or Google Colab, and you can click the second link here and you can open up Google Colab. And so I'm going to open this up in a second window here, and we're just going to do new notebook. All right, so this is what Colab looks like. It's a notebook similar to, you could take notes in Google Docs or in a Word document, and it's set up in a similar way. The cool thing about this, though, is it has some functionality where directly in this note document that we have, or this notebook that we have, you can actually execute and run code so that it can do things for you interactively on a real-time basis. All right. So there's a couple different languages that get combined here in Google Collaboratory. So let's take some notes here before we get into what this is. So the first thing I want to do is I want to change the name of my notebook, and I'm going to say AIS Lab Exercise. And this will automatically save to your Google Drive if you're signed in. And these things are called blocks. Okay, so these sections where you can actually write, they are called blocks. And in these blocks, you can add text, you can add code, you can do lots of different things. And the cool thing is, this block here is a code block, which would run Python code for us. Python is a coding language. But there's also this other type of block that's called a text block. So I click text up here, this adds a new block. And this text block is written in a language called Markdown. So let's make some notes here. So I'm going to say welcome. So this is going to be like the title of my my little note here. You can see I'm starting to add some notation here, and this hashtag here, if I put a hashtag before the word welcome, it formats the welcome word as a header to a section. All right, and then I'm going to say this is called a Google Colab notebook. These notebooks incorporate two primary coding languages: Markdown and Python. There's also other languages that you can use in this notebook. You can run R. R is a statistical software, so you can run R code in here as well. So it incorporates these two primary coding languages into a single software tool, and it's all free. It runs entirely on Google's servers, on Google's computing power. It's not dependent on how fast your computer is or how good your computer is. Markdown is the language that is used to create Wikipedia pages. All right, so believe it or not, the language that we're writing in right now, and you can see there's not much to it. I mean, the only thing that we did that was coding so far was we put a little hashtag here. But this is how Wikipedia pages are created. So let's take a look at that. So let's go to Wikipedia and check it out. So Wikipedia, I'll go wikipedia.org. right? And this should look familiar to you if you've ever visited Wikipedia. And I'm going to search for LaSalle University. All right, and so here's LaSalle's Wikipedia page. Wikipedia is, if you're not familiar with it, I think most should be, but this is an online encyclopedia, and it's set up in a way that anybody can make edits to articles in this encyclopedia. So it's kind of crowdsourced or crowd maintained. And because of that, you could easily go into Wikipedia and make revisions to this article. All you have to do is click on any page up here, click edit, and then you can come in here and make any edits that you want. All right. It's kind of, I think that's really cool. Now these edits will go through a review process before they actually get published, but you can make the edits. For example, I have made edits to this page, and I wasn't happy with the pictures that we had on here. I thought we could do better. So you can see this picture right here of College Hall was actually added by me. So this picture was added by me. This is my Wikipedia username, Phil's Fan Tom. And so I added this picture because I thought we needed a better picture of College Hall in here. All right, so I've got this picture in here, and then if you scroll down to the sports section, I also have a picture of Glazer Arena, and you'll notice the teams playing here are Imhotep and Father Judge. So Father Judge was my high school, as many of you know, and so I thought that'd be a cool picture to put in here for the Wikipedia page. All right, so all this it's written in this language called Markdown. All right, Markdown, the way it was created, or the goal, one of the goals in creating Markdown as a language was to make it user-friendly, so that you didn't have to spend hours and hours learning the language. It's supposed to be intuitive. It has been created in a way that's supposed to be intuitive for the user. All right, so back to our notebook here. So this Markdown language is what we use to create Wikipedia pages. So what are some of the advantages here? So let's talk about that. So I'm going to make a second section here. It's going to be within the welcome section. So I'm going to do a double hash mark, which makes it a second level header. And I'm going to say, what are the advantages to performing data analysis in code-based tools like Python over point and click tools like Microsoft Excel or even like a tool like Alteryx. So that's what we're going to talk about in our notes here. So there's a number of notes, or a number of advantages. So the first one is scalability. What do I mean by scalability? So Python can handle large data sets without slowing down or becoming unresponsive, while Excel can become slow and unresponsive. So if we have a lot of data and we try to open that data in Excel, then we'll get an issue where your computer will lock up, your computer will freeze, and you might lose the data because the Excel program crashes. So Python doesn't have that issue. Python doesn't, it's not affected by the amount of data that we have. All right. Python can also process CSV files, and so CSV files are they're called comma separated values. That's a format of an Excel file. It can handle CSV files up to 100 times faster than Excel. All right, so just the speed of processing is so much faster in Python. All right, so that's the first advantage. Now you'll notice it automatically, So a couple of things you might have noticed. On the left-hand side is where I'm writing. So right on this side is where I'm adding stuff. And then on the right-hand side, you're getting a preview of what it looks like for the user on the front end. We're doing the back-end programming. Believe it or not, this is programming. We're doing it on this left side. And then when we click save, it's automatically going to display the formatted version of what we typed in. All right. All right, so scalability, right? I kind of want to make that bold. I want that to be, for my own purposes, for my notes, I want to click bold. And you'll notice if I don't want to point and click bold, all I have to do to bold font in Markdown language is add 2 stars in the front and 2 stars in the back of the word. All right, so really easy. The second thing, so number 2, the advantage of Python is flexibility. And let's make that bold. So we're going to do 2 stars, flexibility, 2 stars, and Python is more flexible than Excel and can perform complex data manipulation tasks that Excel cannot. All right, so it has some abilities that Excel lacks. The third advantage is data connectivity. So Python offers better data connectivity, especially when dealing with cloud-based data. It can connect and retrieve data from online sources. So that becomes useful. Now, instead of manually Googling something and going to find the data on a web page and downloading it by hand, we can actually tell Python to connect to a source of data and import that data automatically. All right, number 4, the fourth advantage here, it has libraries. So libraries are, let's talk about this here. Libraries are really cool. So let me do my formatting here. Libraries. Python offers a large collection of free libraries that allow for integration with various data sources and tools. And for example, if you need to do something related to machine learning, you might have heard of that term, machine learning. It's what tools like ChatGPT are based on machine learning, where the software learns as it processes data, and it changes itself as it processes data. So there are already machine learning tools that people have created and uploaded as libraries for people using Python to access and use free of charge. So machine learning would be a package where you could install it and you could use the tools that have already been created. The fifth advantage, and there's 6, so we're getting towards the end of our notes here. The 6 is reproducibility. So reproducibility, meaning Python allows users to write code that can be easily reproduced and shared with others. 6, last one here, ease of use. Python is known for its simple syntax. So syntax is like the way we write the code, and readability, which can make it easier to learn. All right, so those are the advantages. And what I want to do, and we're not going to do it in this lab because we're just getting set up here, but the exercise we're going to do is in the next lab, we are going to perform sales cutoff testing. And I am going to provide to you, so I will provide to you, so let's say Tom will provide to you in the next lab an Excel file, and that file will contain sales, shipping, and accounts receivable data for a fictitious, I gotta check my spelling here, fictitious company named Pride Enterprises. All right, and the I'm going to walk you through writing the code that will do this for you. All right, but for now, this is it for this first lab. We're gonna, and so what I ask of you is to make sure you save this file. So click close, make sure that this notebook is saved, and then Google automatically saves your notebook, so it should be in Google Colab. But when we start the next lab, I'm going to ask you to open this file back up, this notebook back up, and then we're going to actually run and perform the analyses that I've been talking about. All right, so nice work on this lab. Nice work learning about Python and Markdown and Google Colab. These are cool products. And I will see you very soon for the next exercise here in Google Colab. Take care.